All right, to find the slope and the y-intercept of a line, and we have it in the correct form, which is this form, this number is the slope, and this number is the y-intercept. So let's look at this problem. So our slope, m, would equal 1/2, and our y-intercept, in this case, would be a positive 2. Now this equation is not in that form, so we need to put it in that form. So I'm going to subtract the 5x, so I get y equals negative 5x plus 4. Now once I have it in the correct form, this is my slope, negative 5, and my y-intercept then is 4. All right, to graph an equation in slope-intercept form, so here we have our slope-intercept form, we know that the slope in this case is 4. My y-intercept is a negative 3. So I go to the y-line on the negative 3, 1, 2, 3, and I put a dot. And if I have one more dot, I have a graph. So the slope says I'm going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go over 1. And that connects those two dots, and that's the graph of this equation. So now let's look at this next one that's not in slope-intercept form, so I need to put this equation in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to go ahead and move the 3x over, and I'm going to divide by 4. So y equals a negative 3/4 x, and we have a 0 as our y-intercept. So now I can go here and go to 0, and I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I put my next dot. The two dots connect for the graph. To determine parallel or perpendicular lines, we need to see if the slopes are equal or opposite. So I'm going to have to find the slope of each of these. So I'm going to move my x over, so it's a negative 2y equals a negative x plus 2. So I just move the x over in the first equation, and then I have to divide everything by negative 2. When I divide everything by negative 2, I end up with y being, in that becomes 1/2 x minus 1. So I have 1/2 of my slope. So now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to move the 2x over. So in this case, I'm going to end up with a negative 4y equals a negative 2x plus 3, divide by negative 4, divide by negative 4, divide by negative 4. And that gives me y equals, once again, 1/2 x minus 3/4. So the 1/2 and the 1/2 are exactly the same. So these are parallel. So now let's do the same thing over here. I'm going to solve for y, so I'm going to move my 2x over, so negative y equals a negative 2x minus 1, but I'm going to divide by negative 1 to get my y by itself. So y becomes, that's a positive 2x, positive 1, so my slope is 2. If I do the same thing over here, move the x over, I have a 2y equals a negative x minus 6. I'm going to divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. So y equals a negative 1/2 x minus 3. So now I have slopes that are not the same, but they're actually the opposite inverse. So opposite inverse means these are perpendicular. So to determine, you have to find the slope-intercept and determine the slopes. And in this case, they're opposite inverses. So in this example, we want to determine an equation by putting a slope-intercept form of the high school one. So we're going to have to find the slope first. So if I find the slope, I have to take my y coordinates and subtract them, and subtract my x coordinates, which gives me 45 over 50, which converts to 0.9. So my slope is 0.9. Then I have to find my y-intercept. My y-intercept is where it crosses the y-line. So my y-intercept is 42. So now I have my equation. So the answer to A is y equals my slope, which is 0.9x plus 42. Now for B, we want to be able to project what if I put 220 in. Well, 220 is 60 years. So if I take my equation and put 60 in for x, and do the math, I end up at 96. So the percentage is 96 projected by using the formula that I have.